With me now, the Finance Minister, Matthias Cormann. And, well, first of all, on the issue of Medicare, it was the focus of Labor's campaign launch yesterday, and already it's forced a retreat from the government in terms of outsourcing the processing of payments.
Well, that whole campaign by Bill Shorten is based on a lie. There never was a plan to privatise Medicare. Bill Shorten knows that. He's seeking to deceive the Australian people in the same way that he's deceived Bob Hawke.
But you're outsourcing. You had planned to look at outsourcing the processing of payments. That's been shelved because of that scare campaign.
Well, what we've planned to look at, and what we continue to look at, is how we can improve the service delivery in relation to Medicare and other parts of government, of course.
The Prime Minister's ruled that out now.
Well, the Prime Minister has not ruled out improving the service delivery and making service delivery more user-friendly. What the Prime Minister has ruled out, and what all of us have ruled out, is the privatisation of Medicare. What we've ruled out is contracting out services provided by Medicare, and that most certainly will not happen. But what the government will continue to do is to ensure that patients around Australia get the best possible service, and service in a way that is as user-friendly as possible.
But it's not going to be outsourced now.
It's not going to be outsourced, and that was... But let me be very clear. This whole campaign by Bill Shorten always was and continues to be based on a lie. There never was a plan to privatise Medicare in government. The coalition would not privatise Medicare in any way, shape or form. The point here is, I mean, Bill Shorten is saying to his party faithful yesterday that he wants to campaign to save Medicare. Well, Medicare is safe. Bulk billing rates under the coalition are higher than they were under Labor. Don't ask...
But it must have rattled you, though, if you've backed down on this other measure.
Well, what we're making sure is that the Australian people are not misled by Bill Shorten, that the Australian people are not misled by Bill Shorten in the same way that he has misled Bob Hawke. And let me say it again, under the coalition, bulk billing rates are higher than they were under Labor. That none other than Bill Shorten's own Shadow Health Minister, Catherine King, said that on Sky a few weeks ago.
The news poll shows it's going to be very close, 50-50, less than 2 weeks to go.
Well, federal elections are always very close, and what it shows is that every single vote in this election will matter. And our message to the Australian people is that if you want a continuation of our national economic plan for jobs and growth, if you want growth to be stronger and more jobs to be created so that everyone has the best possible opportunity to get ahead, then vote for your Liberal National Party candidate in the House of Representatives and in the Senate.
Is the primary vote still too low for a convincing win at 41%?
Well, we will continue to work hard between now and the 2nd of July to earn the trust of as many Australians as possible, to win a majority support in a majority of seats, and that'll be our focus between now and the 2nd of July.
Has the campaign been too narrow in its focus, just on jobs and growth, one message?
Our campaign is focused on what Australia needs, and as our economy continues to transition from record resource investment-driven growth to broader drivers of growth in a stronger, more diversified economy, as we continue to face various global economic headwinds and challenges from slower global economic growth, we've got to ensure that we continue to implement the plan that will put Australia on the strongest possible economic and fiscal foundation for the future, and that's what we're focused on.
Well, Labor was obviously trying to target your economic message yesterday, neutralise that with its plan for small business, tax breaks of up to $20,000 for small businesses that employ people under 25 returning to work, or those over 55. Do you welcome that initiative?
Well, Labor doesn't believe what they say. Their numbers don't add up. This is an afterthought. If Labor was genuinely committed to stronger growth and more jobs, they would back our 10-year enterprise tax plan.
Is this not a more targeted tax break to boost employment?
The little detail that they've put out shows that their proposed approach doesn't work. And remember, on 1 July 2016, Bill Shorten wants to deny about 100,000 small businesses with a turnover of $2 million to $10 million, employing about 2.2 million Australians, a tax cut. Now, we want those businesses, and indeed all businesses around Australia, to be more successful so they can employ more Australians and pay them better wages over time. That is why we are pursuing our National Economic Plan for Jobs and Growth.
Finance Minister Matthias Cormann, thanks for your time this morning. We'll talk to you soon.
Nice to talk to you.